Fish. Yep, fish on. Yep. There you go, fish on. There we go. Good morning and welcome back to clearly the river this morning. Back on the River Itchen in the same swim as the last River Itchen session with Craig. Only difference is I'm on my own today. I'm fully loaded up. I've got my bait all here. I've got my rod, stick floating again today. Got my landing net, and that's all I've got here with me apart from the camera kit. And the car is parked 50 yards behind me. Learned a lot in the 2 sessions I've been here, and I'm coming here now fully hoping that we're going to have a good session. However, the river is actually up from the last time I was here, even though there's been less rain, which is weird, and there's a bit more colour. So don't know how it will go, but we've got everything we need to catch a fish. Hopefully we can. I say tactics are exactly the same as last time, trotting it down. I've already put a little bit of feed in just every now and then, just putting a few maggots in. But the clarity's not there today, so I can't quite make out any fish there. I'm sure they are there, but that's the plan. Later on today, because I like to learn new things about a venue, I will hopefully pull a few out here, and then just before lunch we're going to take off upriver, and there's a tributary there where it splits into three little tributaries of the river, and I'm going to have a go there, and I might even put a pike rod in. So that's the plan. Let's see what we can do. Well, we just lost our first fish, as usual. Trying to get the camera on and didn't play the fish. Felt like a grayling, but it's a good sign. And they're coming in the same sort of spot as the last time. But yeah, putting a little bit of feed in, and then trotting the float in between the baits. But yeah, felt like a nice little grayling, but like I said, too busy trying to turn the camera on. Should have played the fish. I'm worried about the camera after, as usual. I didn't. All right, concentrate now. I say it quite a few times through the year, the amount of fish I've lost because I'm putting filming on par with catching fish. Because of course, if I don't film it, who believes it, right? obviously that's a joke. I've got the shot, I've learned from the last time, I got the shot quite close to the hook, about 6 inches above it to get it down, otherwise the tide just wafts it up. I do hope that hasn't spooked the swim. Fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on. Looks like a salmon par. Here we go, first fish of the day. It is a beautiful little salmon par. There we go, it's on the maggot. Let's come over here to show you. Had a few of these last time, that's probably the biggest one I've got so far. That's a beautiful little salmon par. Happy days. That's better, guys, that's a grayling. I think this is a grayling. Got back wind on, yeah, it is a grayling. It's in that tide there. Trying to keep the pressure on it without its barbless hooks here, so I don't want to. Is it a grayling or a sea trout? I think it's a grayling. Yes, first grayling of the day. Not the prettiest of netting, but so here we go. This is the target today. This is the lady of the stream. Oh, it's gone back. Lady of the stream, grayling, first one, only a small one, but I'm on a platform here, so never mind, is what it is. But yeah, first one of the day, grayling. That's a salmon par and a little grayling now to start the day. So netting skills are a bit off point. They hadn't quite worked out the amount of line I needed to swing the fish into the net. So never mind, we know now. Single grain of corn, this is bright yellow, so it's a bit more visual in this colour water. Just leaving the hook point proud. Hopefully that will pick out another grayling. And it's closed season on them at the minute, but you can't help if they're here. But there's a lot of brown trout in there as well, so, and they do give a scrap. Just want that float to sail away like that. Oh, I think there's a little ream, little set of streamer weed just out there. But yeah, nice bright yellow bait, few freebie offerings in, and then your bait goes in amongst them, and then because you've got a load of freebies drifting down, the idea is that the fish aren't paying as much attention because they're trying to fight with other fish to get the little wafting bait as it comes down. Your hook bait it's got a better chance of being engulfed because it's not looking at it as much as if it was on its own, you know. If you had just your hook bait on its own, the fish have got time to sort of look at it. If you can get a few of them feeding, then they rush, and that's when they make the mistake and come on the hook. But yeah, there's definitely a bit more colour in this water than last time. Oh, a fish. Oh, yeah. Blimey. Lifted into that, I was... it's on the cord. I think it's another grayling. Yeah, it is, another small grayling. I was just about to lift it back into place to start the run again. But it had that on the way down. And that is going to be... It's another grayling. Another little grayling. That's smaller than the last one, that one, but that's on the sweet corn. So that's good, the bait change worked straight away. I didn't even know that was there. Yeah, that was all it was, bit of sweet corn. These barbless hooks, as soon as you drop tension on them, they come out, so you've got to be on the ball. So yeah, there we go. So lady of the stream. A lovely little dorsal here. Right, let's get this back. Right, just quickly show you the setup, just for those that are interested. This is a Coram Glide float rod. Got it the other day actually. It's a 12-foot float rod. It's a lovely action, 50 quid. It's nothing really for a good setup. And I was going to buy a separate reel, sort of a 2.5, 3,000 size reel, but actually my little H2O Rockfish LRF reel is perfect. So just took some old braid off I had on there for LRF fishing, £6 line, and that goes to a 5AA float. And then we've got one swan shot down the bottom. And then I'm using corn and maggots on a size 10 hook. It's quite a strong gauge hook, just because last time we were fishing really fine and we were losing fish. So is what it is. But yeah, we're doing okay. That's a brown trout. That's a trout. It's a trout or a bigger grayling. If it's a grayling, it's a nice one. It's out in that tide though. It's a nice fish, this. The way it's swimming against the tide, I would have said it's a brown. Straight onto that corn, it makes a big difference. Oh, I don't know actually. Don't want to go too mad with it in case I lose it. Only just in that lip. It's not ready to come in yet. It's a good fight, this. Here he comes. If I can get his head up, I'll have it here. Come on. Yes, got it, guys, got it. A lovely brown trout. That is a lovely fish. Oh, yes, please. Oh, that is beautiful. God, that was a brilliant hook hold. Right in that, size 10 Drennan. Right in the lip. And it just falls out. Barbless hook, that's why you got to keep the tension on it. Oh, that was hard work that on my own. Get this out of the way and then I'll come and show you. A bit of bait in just to get the feed going again. That fish came right through the swim. There it is. It's a lovely brown trout. That is lovely. Not as big as the last one I had last time I was here, but a lovely fish nonetheless. Off season for these, but we're coarse fishing, so you can't get away from it. Is what it is. But beautiful fish. That's the three fish I've come for, really: the salmon par, the grayling, and the brown trout. So I'm all good now. I suppose I've got sea trout and possibly a pike to have a go for still. So already a successful session. We've only been here probably an hour and a half, so, but we've got the depth right straight away, got the tactics right straight away, and that's only come from the last 2 sessions that I've been here. The first one, as you know, if you follow the channel, was a steep learning curve. Had to take on some information from the bailiff and watching other people fish. And then last time round, I had Craig here with me, who knows this river really well, brilliant fisherman. Showed me, this is how you do it. Quick change of tactics, and we started bagging up big fish. So I've come here today already ahead of the game, good to go, and we're doing the business. So this is brilliant. The sweet corn getting the bigger fish. Let's go again. Get in. Right, I'll put the camera a bit closer now. I don't quite know how to. Trouble when you're filming is you never can see the angles unless you're like staring at the camera. You can never see. Back on the corn again. The shot's moved a little bit closer, so I'm just going to bring that back away. And here we go again. The swim's been disturbed, so I don't. Sometimes when you disturb the swim, it can really mess it up. But hopefully, we can get straight back into this. So all we're doing, got the bait good to go in the water, bit of corn in, and the bait goes in amongst those freebies as best you can. And it gets them competing, and then you're just letting it trot down. And then sometimes the bites are instant, like that. Oh, I got it on. No, missed it. Trouble talking to the camera. Yeah, sometimes the bites are instant. Other times you have to do it a few times, but by putting those freebies in, you really do get them feeding. In clearer water, you can see them coming up and smashing it. About here's where the money shot is. There it is. Oh, yeah, fish on. Oh, come off. They're still here, guys. They're still here. Okay, so I just decided to give the swim a little rest just for 20 minutes. Just went back to the car, had something to eat. It's only 50 yards behind the camera. Yeah, dragging that brown trout through. There's a fish. Yep, fish on. Yep. There you go, fish on. There we go. Straight in again, guys. That's another brown. Oh, it's another big brownie. It's another big brownie. Right down the back of that swim. So, yeah, gave it a 20-minute rest. And straight away, fish on. They tend to swim upriver, so if you can sort of just guide it, you actually haven't got to pull it too hard. Still got his head down at the minute. Yeah, still got his head down, so you want that head up. And the beauty of these, the beauty of it being a tidal river is if you can just keep it in the tide, swimming against you, coming towards you, it tides itself out as well. Its head's up now and it is coming towards me. Bit unorthodox like this, but you have to. Come to Papa, come on. Come on. Come on. Come to Papa. It's a shot. Got it. That is a lovely fish. That is a lovely fish. It's another stonking brown trout. Absolutely stunning fish. Right, I'll get unhooked and I'll come and show you. Brilliant fish. There we go. It's another beautiful brown trout. Lovely fish again, nice cut, good couple of pound, good 2.5 pound that one. Probably nudging, yeah, 2.5. But I'm just going to put him in the water, revive him. So I'm just going to hold him in here in the tide. Just going to hold him in the net against the tide, get some flow around his gills. And once I see him starting to, you see him starting to go against the tide there like that. There he goes. All on his own. Well, if it looks a little bit cack-handed but I'm netting the fish, it's because it is. I'm on 2 fake legs on a slippery pontoon, and I have to try and lean in and concentrate on not falling over at the same time. So it's not the smoothest netting you're ever going to see, but that's just how I have to do it with my 2 legs. So that is what it is. The shot, like I said earlier, this is about 4 inches now. It's moving a little bit, but 4 to 6 inches from the hook. That means that bait gets down quick, and then the bait is a bit of corn. Since moving to the yellow sweet corn, we're getting bites a lot quicker, a lot better. Sweet corn's a lot more visual, it's bright yellow. They love it, the trout love it, the grayling, and they're just wolfing it down. So I just gave it a little bit of a rest, 20 minutes, threw a load of bait in, walked away from the swim, had a quick bite to eat in the car, got a bit more tackle out the pocket, and just come back and then first trot down the glide, which is what a swim is called on a river, a glide, bang, straight in. So we're doing okay today. I think we had 3 graylings, salmon par, a couple of browns, so we're doing good. So let's get back again and I'll change the angle for you and I'll show you where I'm fishing. All right, so this is my glide. So I'm just going to put a little bit of corn in, and all we're doing is we're just dropping the float just amongst the freebies, and then we're trotted down the tide, and hopefully you want that float to sail away. As it gets to about here, it's been going under. Not that time. And I'm just resetting, and then every time I get to about here, I just leave the hook bait dangling, trailing out, so it's getting ready to sink down, and then 3 or 4 bits of corn, just let the float settle, and then it's off it goes down there, and straight away I had a little touch then. Oh, that was a bite, missed it. That was a bite, had the bait that one, so there's fish there again. But yeah, that's what we're doing, just trotting it down there. So while I'm baiting the hook up, a couple of bits of corn, maybe a few maggot. Yeah, bosh, bit of maggot in there. They're not shy for a bit of feed, these fish. We got another one. I think it's another brown. I think it's another brown trout. On the cord again, and now we repeat the process. Another nice brown. Oh, I hope you're catching this on camera. We got fish coming up for the baits. Oh, I've seen one lurking, a brown trout I think it is, just off to the left here. So I'm gonna try and put the bait where I think it is. It's about in there, but I think there's fish all through here, especially at the back of this glide, just here. There, that. Oh, missed it. But I've seen a few rising now, so I thought I'd spooked them putting all those brown trout through, but actually, we're okay. So it's a good handful of maggots there. Sweet corn put amongst it. Come on, down you go. Right, well on guys, another grayling. Another grayling on the sweet corn. It's another one. That is another grayling. Woo-hoo-hoo. Another grayling, guys. Look at that. When you're fishing a river like this, especially as I am here from this platform and it's safe to do so, it's far healthier for the fish rather than darting them in. They just need 5, 10, 15 seconds in the current just to get that bit of oxygen in their gills. You haven't got to jam them against the tide. I'm just dipping mine in the landing net. And as soon as they start to swim where they're not touching the landing net, they want to swim out of it, just let the landing net go, and then they just waft down tide, that's it. If you throw them back in too early, they can go what we call turtle, upside down, float down the river, and then they're struggling against the current as opposed to having their time to recover and get back. So there we go, we're doing all right now, we're getting a few fish, this is good, great session, really good. I didn't catch it on this one, had it on the chest cam. That big brown trout that I saw rising, I hooked into. Hook pulled out on him, biggest one of the day by far. Very nice fish. Very, very nice fish. But he won't have gone far. He'll still be here. There's a couple of them. If I can catch this bait. There's a couple of them just out on the edge of the swim in the deeper, faster water. And I've spotted them rising for baits. So I've got them really going, and I'll put a bait down there perfect. And it took it. Pulled out of the surface. Lovely, lovely fish. Let's see if we can get it again. Yeah, just in this deeper water on the edge. About there. Like that. Oh, he's there. That fish is there. He wants it. There you go. That one looks like it might be a winner. Yep. Told you. Told you. I could see that was going to be a good one. That's a brown trout. I can see that was going to be a good one. Alright, got to be careful now, because I had this the other day with Craig. It went around that corner. If it does that here, I've got no chance. Got to put just enough pressure on. Another nice one. There you go. Got to put just enough pressure on to turn it the way you want it. Your drag set just enough that if it wants to go, it's not going to ping off. You know, barbless hooks, it's a tough game of barbless hooks. You lose fish on barbless hooks, I don't care what you say. You lose fish on barbless hooks. Where is he? He is coming up, that's cool. If he comes on the surface too far out the back, you then struggle. He's still got a lot of life in him, this fish. What you don't want is the rod straight, like when you're pulling for a snag. You want to keep the rod up in the air and tease it towards you, which is what we're doing here. And we're trying to do this, well, losing that fish. Now, he is coming up towards us. Right, I think he's doing what we want him to do now. He's coming upstream. Staying down deep though. It's quite a good fish, this one. Yeah, there he comes. I don't know, he's turned again, going down tide. No, he's going again. No, he wants to go. A tough battle, this one. Good fish, this one. When I get to a certain stage in the fight, they sort of almost do what you want them to do. He's getting to that point now, but again, I can't put too much pressure on. This is a lovely fish, but he is slowly coming towards the bank. Haven't yet got his head out of the water yet. There we go. It's come towards me a fair bit now. Right, here we go. Is it going to be our chance when he comes out here? If he comes out, no, he's diving again. There he is. Oh, hello. A lovely fish. There we go. Only just in the side there. Only just in the side. Oh, he's coming out again. Almost like a boxer's stance. Rod right out to the back, using all 12-foot length. Big fish, this one. Yes! That is a brilliant, brilliant fish. That is a lovely fish. Oh, biggest one of the day as well. Oh. That is a lovely fish. That is a absolutely stunning brown trout. He was well hooked in the bottom jaw. He was never coming out. That is well in there. Barbless hook, but that was a brilliant fight. That was never coming out. There it is, that's gone. Back in the net. He is in the net. Now that is a stunning brown trout. That gave me a right good run. He is a lovely fish. Absolutely. I thought he was bigger than the last ones. He wasn't. It was just, I think he's maybe slightly bigger, but that is an absolutely stunning fish. Gave me a fight all around the swim there. It's probably disturbed the swim quite badly there, so I'll put a bit of feed in. You see there, look, there you go. Just wants to go of his own. He swam out the net, that one. Happy days. Oh, we are having a really good session today. That was a brilliant fight from start to finish. Had to work for that one. He made me work for it. Up and down the swim, in the fast water, in the slow water, full stretch. Absolutely brilliant. That's what it's all about. Gonna go again. He's probably disturbed the swim, but it's what it is. Oh yes, River Itchen. Get in. Oh, we got another one. I think it's another brown trout. It's gone kiting off downstream. I've got no chance of this one. Unless I can try and keep it out there. It's another nice fish. Oh, it's high in the water already. I need to get his head down so it'll swim upstream, which I think it's starting to do now. Right, it's doing what I wanted to do now. It's staying deep. As I said earlier, if they flap about on the surface way down river, it's putting a lot more tension on the gear than you need it to. If it can stay deep and you can keep that rod up high, they tend to just want to swim up the current, which it's doing now. Hopefully you're picking up on this chest cam. But I feel like another nice fish. I think this is brown number 5 now. We've lost as many. Alright, it's going right over here in the shallows. I don't want it there. We don't want it over there. So I'm just giving it a bit of side tension now. The bank's just behind you, the camera, and it's coming up right close to the bank, and we don't want that. Here's another brown. Not massive, this one. But still got a lot of life left in it. On the surface already though. That's about now the length of line I need to be able to net it safely from this platform. And then, like I said, I have to hold the rod up here, and then when it comes here, I can net it. It's not big, this one. Out in that main current now, though. You can just see the bit of corn in the corner of its mouth. This will be it. Again, little orthodox boxing stance, using the rod, and oh, there we go. There we go. That's another one in the net. Get in. Oh, it ain't small. It ain't small. Oh, there, the hook's come out already. Here we go. I told you. That's why you got to keep tension on these fish. That hook's just fell out again. As soon as you drop that tension, it's gone. You've lost it. A bit like when you're luring for pollock. All right, while we're dealing with this, I'm going to show you. A bit of feed goes in. Maggot, a bit of corn. Again, they're not shy, these fish. Don't be scared to put a bit of feed in. Right, let's get this out of the way. And then that's good to go in a minute, and we can show you. Another one, number 5. Now these have got some lovely teeth on them. I don't know how well you'll make it out there. But obviously traditionally caught on the fly. Well, we'll give it a little while longer here, and then I think I might go and try another swim. I was going to do some piking today, but not sure how I feel about that. We'll see. I might do, I might not. Would be nice to try and get a pike. I do want a nice one this year. But when you're catching good fish like this, it's hard to walk away from them. I've got a saying, don't leave fish to find fish. So, but I will try another swim shortly. Just for a bit of variety. Oh, missed that one. Since that last big brown trout, this has gone a bit quiet, this one. Oh, I said I said, one more fish. I can't resist it. I'm on the fish. I don't want to move because I'm on the fish. I could move down here on the same tactics and end up just not catching. So I might stick it out here for a little bit. All I did there was I just changed the depth. And because it got a bit quiet for a minute. And these stick floats are only on rubbers. So they have a tendency to get tangled up and move an inch or two. And sometimes that can make a difference. And I changed the depth, and then second trot through we had that one there. So it's all good. We are winning. I do think this is going to be. I have an half torn. Sorry, stuttering my words there. I have an half torn some fish through this swim, so I'd imagine it's got to go quiet at some point, because how many fish can you pull out of a swim before you kill it? Obviously they're all going back, but you know what I mean, disturbing them. I mean, how many times can I do that? It's been a fair few already, but we'll see. Yep, that's another one. That's another one. Oh, that's a sea trout, I think. Oh, I think that's a nice sea trout. Oh, that was a nice sea trout. It leapt clear and I saw it, but I had too much tension on it. I gave it some line and it got off. That was a lovely sea trout, that one. Bugger. Would have liked that. I would have liked that. Bah, that's annoyed me. Oh, that was a nice one as well. That was a good sea trout. Yep. That's fish on. Fish on, guys. Oh, I pulled it out. That was another nice fish. Oh, that was another nice one. Stayed deep, that one, whatever that was. Stayed deep, that one. Oh, that was a nice fish, that. Hooked it, just solid. Right, so the Grayling swim, brown trout swim, whatever you want to call it. I dragged too many fish through it. It started getting a bit quiet. Didn't have a bite for over an hour. Then lost another fish, so that's not going to do it any good. So I'm going to try for a pike for an hour, and then we'll go back down the other end of the river on the way out, and we'll get back on the float. But I've just come to a nice pikey looking swim. Bumped into Clayton, the bailiff, local bailiff. Real nice guy, very knowledgeable. Also happens to be an ex-sniper, so we constantly have a bit of back and forth. Just having a quick chat, and he's told me up here is a likely place to get one. So got a nice little bank. I've got my forceps with me, and we've got the rod. So we've got a little bit of slack water eddy up here, which could potentially hold a pike. And then down here we've got a little pier that sticks out, a little jetty, and he's told me don't fish on that, fish under it. So I'm going to try and flick a bait down there. The bait being a joey on a set of trebles on the ledger. And I'm just going to sit here for an hour and try and see if we can't get one. It does look like a good float swim, this one, to be fair, as well. But just to mix it up, we're going to try for a pike. Simple wire trace, 2 semi-barbed trebles. The barb's going to go in the bait. And we've got a little joey mackerel that we caught the other day. And that's going to go in. And we're going to rig this up tail first, I think it is we're doing today. So head goes on the bottom. And then we hook one in the tail. Now, I don't profess to be a professional pike angler, because I'm not, but we're going to have a good go today. So once in there, and that's our bait going to sit like that, nice and easy. And we're going to flop that out down here under this little jetty. I've got to be careful here because I'm not on a solid platform, so I'm on slippery mud, so if I look like I'm bouncing about, it's because I am. Right, let's have a look. See what I mean? This is just a little 2-ounce bomb. In fact, it's a 1-ounce bomb. Just easy, nice, easy as you like. Let's see if we can't get something in here. Alright, nice mating pair of swans there and 3 cygnets. There's one just behind. Look, you're a bit slow there, mate. Come on, down you go. You leave that pike bait alone. Now, anybody who follows my channel long enough will know I've got a saying. It's don't leave fish to find fish. I'm a big believer in that, and what I mean by that is you can be on some fishing, you get the green-eyed monster, you hear someone else is catching, or you think there might be some somewhere else, and you move and then you end up not catching, or you don't catch as much. all the fishing's just the same. But today I have left fish. We was on some good grayling and brown trout there. If we'd gone to maggots, we could have got some more salmon pars and maybe some little minnows if we scaled down the hook. But I'm all about learning when I come to a venue. It's my third time here now. I've got the, oh, wind's got you. I have to hold the wind's quite breezy here. Yeah, so third time here. We know how to stick float it now. I know how to do that. I know how to catch. So now I'm trying for a pike. Now, bit of intelligence gathering from the bailiff Clayton. He's told me where to go, so I've come out to go. Again, now I'm building my knowledge of the venue. So it's not just about coming here and just doing the same thing. I like to try and learn, same as on the boat. I like to try new things, do different things, and learn how to catch different ways and different fish. So we're going to give it a go here for an hour, just to try for a pike, and then we'll get back down and we'll try another swim on the way out of the river. So that's the plan. But we are here now, we are giving it a good go. If we'd have stayed there, we would have caught more fish. I don't mind not catching for an hour to try and do a bit of learning here. And if we do get a pike, it's going to be a nice one. Well, we've come to the end of our session here on the River Itchen today. Again, another brilliant session. However, I did say it earlier, I left fish to go and find fish, didn't catch any more. In fairness though, it was to try and hook a pike out and to try and work out a few new swims. So it was all for a good cause. 5 grayling, 5 browns, a little salmon par, and we lost as many brown trout as we caught. So actually, speaking to a couple of the other guys, we've actually had quite a good day. They're catching, but we've actually had a few fish today, so we're doing all right. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe. You're going to see boat content, shore content, freshwater, river, lakes, carp, pike, barbel, the lot on this channel. So please do tag along for the ride, and I'll see you all again soon.